there, we're here today to do a little voice lesson with my friend here who I've done a little bit of work with in the past, and we just kind of wanted to show you what you can accomplish and how you can get there. It's not difficult to get a female voice, but it does take practice, and you have to push through some mental blocks that a lot of people have, where it feels like, oh, it doesn't sound quite the way you want it, it doesn't sound exactly right. But it's like if you picked up a violin today, you wouldn't be able to play a symphony tonight. It takes practice. You have to keep working at it. But if you keep at it and do a little bit every day, eventually you'll find the voice that you want, and it'll sound really good. So let's first of all just kind of talk about the importance of voice in your life and sort of what you want to get out of all this.
Well, I feel like where I'm starting, which is this voice, the voice that I've had for 20 plus years, doesn't quite aid me in my transition. It's not where I want to be. So where I want to be is sounding more feminine, and I feel like that being able to get to a feminine voice is going to open doors for me.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think when people look at you, they're not thinking anything other than, here's a nice looking young woman who's moving through the world. And sometimes if your voice isn't quite matching how you appear, that can be disconcerting for people.
Right.
And it can lead to, some issues sometimes with employment or with dating or with parents or any other number of situations in social.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's also a safety issue. I'm from the Midwest, so when I travel back to the Midwest, I want to be able to have a voice that matches my exterior for being safe.
Right.
And, just as a trans woman, I can come into, situations that aren't so safe. And I feel like if I can better protect myself with certain things in my transition, the voice being one of them, and a huge one of them, then I'm just 100% better off.
Yeah, I think that's right. So what we usually like to do for starters is just prove that you can make the sounds that we need to do.
Okay.
And if you think about the voice on a range, there's an overlap between a typical male voice and a typical female voice. So a male voice is in this pitch range right here, and a female voice starts, sort of the upper third of that and continues upwards. So there's a band where you could kind of sound male, kind of sound female. And what we're trying to do with these exercises is get you right to the edge of the lowest place where most listeners think, oh, that voice is unmistakably female. And that note happens to be, if you know anything about piano keyboards, it's the A below middle C. It's a note that sounds like ha, right there. So that's where we're trying to get your baseline pitch. Right now, go ahead and speak a little bit more in the voice that you've used in the past.
I'm really hungry. Probably tonight I want to have Thai food or maybe some pizza.
Okay, that's great. Where you were is
sort of right about here. I'm really hungry. I'd like to have Thai food, maybe pizza.
and you can hear that that's significantly lower than we want it to be. So
And totally horrible.
it's not bad. I mean, it's just what we need to do is just raise the pitch a little bit. And also your voice is in your head a little bit. Your voice can either be in your head or in your chest. And when it has that nasally sound like this, that means it's in your head. And we want to get it down into your chest a little more. And it's kind of counterintuitive, so we'll talk about that. But the first thing we want to do is work on this pitch. So you don't have to be a good singer to do this, but you just need to be close to this note. And what we're trying to do is get you so that you can hit this note and find that note and feel that note like a muscle memory so that you just know where it is. So I'm going to sing it again and just see if you can hit this note. Ha. Ha. Excellent. Excellent. Now, the difference between singing a note and speaking a note is that when you're singing, you're trying to get this very bell-like quality to your voice. So you're trying to go, ah, and it has that vibrato, it has that clear sound. And what we're trying to do with this is more breathe the words, breathe the tone, breathe the notes. So you're adding a underneath. that's not there when you're singing. So I'll go from singing to our speaking pitch. Do you hear how that sounds different? That breathiness is what's going to give you your speaking voice. So, if you'd like to benefit from a consultation, I'm available to do consultations one-on-one, and I can do those by phone, by video conferencing, whatever's easiest for you. And as I said earlier, we also have a bunch of free resources for people for voice at genderlife.com/voice tutor. You can find a keyboard, a bunch of Harvard sentences that let you practice, and links to a spectrogram, a download of our free voice workbooks that you can practice on your voice. And as well, there's links to Finding Your Female Voice, which is now available online, or you can purchase it as a DVD. All of those things are available to help you if you want to on your voice. I hope this has been helpful and inspirational, and that seeing somebody who's working on theirs has been useful. And if you have any questions, send us a note, put a comment, whatever you want to do. And I say let's get back to it. Let's get a little more practice in, but we'll let these guys go for now. So bye.